A Hillsborough County woman was sentenced today for the 2021 murder of her sister. The victim's body was found buried in the backyard of their Carrollwood home. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young reports.
Deborah Patton has been sentenced to life in prison after several of her sister's friends spoke out about how her murder impacted them, many of them breaking down in tears.
For months before her death, Karen repeatedly stated, "If something happens to me, tell them it was my sister. She is going to kill me."
In May of 2021, Karen Pais was found murdered and buried in the backyard of her Carrollwood home that she shared with her sister, Deborah Patton. Investigators say Patton shot her sister in the chest and then buried her body.
I just can't believe after everything that Karen did for her, she gave her a place to live. She remodeled the kitchen to give her a gourmet kitchen. She paid for everything. Deborah paid for nothing, and she gets repaid with a bullet.
The two sisters had been sharing the home on Cypress Park Street for years. Pais' friends shared the two sisters had a fractured relationship and that Patton had previously threatened her sister.
Her death was not just a loss, it was a shock that shattered the sense of safety and trust.
Patton was found guilty of murder last month, and then today, person after person stood before the judge asking for the harshest sentence.
I want her to die in prison. I want her to be miserable. She's made the rest of us miserable.
She needs to pay for this. She needs to pay for what she did.
Just before the judge announced his sentencing, Patton spoke.
I do stand here blameless for this. I do intend to appeal the verdict. I do also forgive everything that I just heard in here that was a lie.
The judge said nobody agrees with her and that he remembers when this case first came in.
When I watched the video and saw you just calmly take the shovel and walk back into the house to bury your sister's body, it's unfathomable.
Pais' close friends described her as a generous and loyal person who was committed to the people she loved. And each of her friends said that they will continue to keep her memory alive. In Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
Disturbing new details out of Citrus County. Jordan Hess is facing 11 felony charges for aggravated animal cruelty. Today, the Citrus County Sheriff's Office shared body-worn camera video from their inspection of the so-called Hess Haven. Emmy Darkia with the story.
One of the most horrific cases. That's what Agriculture Deputy Bo Gallant told us today. He told us as well that having an animal is a privilege and not an obligation, and that seeing the conditions here was utterly and completely heartbreaking.
Oh, there's a dead cat in there.
Among piling feces and mountains of waste, deputies searched Jordan Hess' residence, where she ran Hess Haven, a self-proclaimed animal rescue in Citrus County.
It was horrific, very horrific. The smell, just seeing the trash and everything inside the residence was in horrible condition.
They discovered multiple deceased animals while on property.
Mrs. Hess was walking through the residence barefoot, through the feces, through the urine, the whole property. She didn't have any shoes on. It was very disturbing to see that as a human walking through that stuff. I have no words for it.
And said multiple others needed emergency care.
I've been doing this for 16 years, and this is one of the top 5 that I've seen in our county as horrific.
Bobby Shawfield reached out to 8 on Your Side, saying she is shocked her dream kitten, Theodore, came from what appears to be a nightmare.
I thought it was going to be like an actual adoption place because I've adopted before, and you come to like a facility that almost looks like a veterinarian with animals in little cages and stuff like that so they can feed them properly. There was nothing of that.
Bobby says Jordan Hess did not even allow her on property when she picked up her cat, and that Hess even admitted there was a flea infestation where the animals were housed.
This was the first time that I ever adopted online, and it will definitely be the last time because I don't know. I mean, he hasn't even had his first checkup yet. I don't know if he's got issues with him because of the living situations he was under.
Jordan Hess is still in custody under a $66,000 bond under the special conditions needed for bail. The judge listed no animals, followed by an exclamation mark. In Citrus County, Emmy Darkia, 8 on Your Side.
A convicted felon arrested again. This time she is accused of trying to kidnap 4 children.
And Sheriff Grady Judd says she did it while impersonating a Department of Children and Families employee. News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast has the story.
Sheriff Grady Judd says it's a crime that is absolutely bizarre and put the lives of 4 children in real danger. He says it's a reminder to all that some people aren't who they say they are.
Get ready. You're going to look good in orange.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office says this is the face of fraud. 56-year-old Nicole Thomas arrested in Lakeland for attempting to kidnap 4 children.
She's a mean woman. She's a criminal. And now she's locked up where she belongs.
Thomas is accused of pretending to work for the Department of Children and Families, showing up to a Polk County home Friday and trying to take one of the children back to his mother, who a court ruled was unfit to be a parent.
And in fact was a danger to the health and welfare of the child. So she was going to do something very, very bad.
An affidavit filed by investigators shows Thomas threatened to take all 4 kids from their babysitter, even calling 911, thinking a deputy would help her commit the crime.
The deputies, of course, did their investigation and found out that, of course, she's not a DCF employee, but she tried to fake her way through it. She's a fraud. She's currently a jailbird.
The true hero here, the sitter, who denied entry to the house and protected the little ones. Sheriff Judd says she's someone everyone would want watching their kids.
She dug in and protected those children as if they were her own children. She was not letting this lady leave with those children.
Thomas also has a slew of prior arrests in Broward County for things like kidnapping and aggravated assault. She's now being held no bond here in Polk County on 7 felony counts. Reporting outside the Polk County Sheriff's Office tonight, Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
We have an update in a bizarre Better Call Bank investigation about a truck that was mysteriously taken from a Riverview man's driveway back in November.
Yeah, the Chevy Tahoe has been towed right back to the man's home, but unfortunately not in the same condition. 8 on your side consumer investigator Shannon Benkin joins us now with this new twist in the story.
Jen Josh, the attorney representing the plaintiff in the case that kicked this off, agreed to return the vehicle, but it's not even close to ready to get back on the road.
It's bittersweet news. After 3 months of fighting to get his red Chevy Tahoe back and a Better Call Bankin investigation, Charles Songer says it was delivered right back to his driveway on Sunday. But it's not the same.
The exterior here looks like they drove it through a Jurassic Park tour, with the scratches that are heavy on here now.
Outside, there's a flat tire and scratches and a missing tag. Inside, belongings are gone, including his laptop computer and wallet with credit cards and his Social Security card.
I got a concern with, my identity now. Who has it? Is it in an inventory somewhere? Is it stolen?
This all started after a judge granted the seizure when a 14-year-old landlord-tenant case was quietly reopened. But our Better Call Bankin investigation found the plaintiff died in 2021. Court records show Songer wasn't served the lawsuit back in 2012, and the lease filed in the court case shows the dates of the alleged missing rent occurred months after the lease expired. The big question remains, how could this happen?
It's honestly mind-blowing still here how, all of this is going down.
But in the meantime, Largo attorney Jennifer Ann Garner is the attorney of record for the plaintiff, and Songer's attorney tells me she agreed to return this Tahoe and pay the towing and storage fees. And Songer is relieved to have it back, but he tells me his fight is far from over.
This is a huge mistake. She can relinquish the vehicle, obviously, but in this condition, I think anybody can honestly say that, that's unfair justice for sure.
So what happens to this truck now? Songer tells me he is filing an insurance claim and also reaching out to the plaintiff's side of this case to find out what happened. He tells me he thinks they should fix his vehicle, and he's prepared to fight that in court if he needs to.
I have no words. I mean, my initial reaction is, yeah, somebody that's not him should be responsible for this. Do we know what happens next in the court case? Is it still going?
Well, I spoke with his attorney today. There are many questions now as to what happened here. Remember that the plaintiff in this case is deceased, and it's not the estate that's mentioned in this lawsuit. So there's many questions here, and the attorney tells me that he has filed a motion to vacate the original judgment in this case. So that has not been heard yet by a judge. This happened because the attorney agreed to, not because a judge said to. So it's moving a little faster than the case, so we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, stay on it. I mean, I feel fully invested now, so I'm eager to see the outcome.
Truck's back, but it's not going anywhere.
The flat tire. I mean, come on. And the
Yeah.
stuff gone from the inside. Stay on it. All right. Thank you.
A little shock when we looked out and said, what are they doing?
See, you even laugh when you talk about it. Is it an eyesore? Is it art? An old group of buildings in downtown St. Petersburg is getting some new attention.
That fresh attention is the result of a fresh coat of paint, a very, very pink coat of paint. The building is located at the intersection of 4th Street South and 4th Avenue South. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us live from there to explain what's going on. I'm not sure if you heard Keith say it a moment ago, but Pepto-Bismol, it's giving Pepto-Bismol.
Indigestion.
I have heard it referred to as Pepto-Bismol pink, but I'll let everyone at home be a judge of what they see behind me. Let's just say some people in this neighborhood were a little shocked to see this shocking color of pink painted on this old and long vacant series of buildings. But let's just say this is not the finished product.
Even today, crews are busy putting on the pink with mixed reactions from neighbors.
It's hideous. I mean, who comes up with a color like that?
I think this is really cool, seeing some graffiti and some murals put up in the city like this.
The developer says these buildings have been here for nearly 100 years, but it's time for a change.
We want to celebrate art, and it's like a rebirth. It's marking the rebirth of this incredible corner here on 4th and 4th South, downtown St. Pete.
Moises Sogami with Roche Beaubois is the CEO of the project and wants to celebrate art here, allowing local artists to decorate the old brick buildings before they are torn down.
It's this design and creativity, this fire of life that we're trying to bring out and express in this incredible new Roche Beaubois St. Pete Tower.
Later this year, construction will start on a 29-story tower with 164 units, retail space, and a 4,000-square-foot public space with a large piece of public art as its centerpiece.
We see this as the birth of an icon that's happening right now. You can see it clearly from the pier. When you look up, you're going to see it right there between two towers, and it's going to be this beautiful, new, artistic building.
So construction will start later this year. It's expected to be completed sometime in 2029. Jenny Keith, what do you think? You're painting your house this color soon?
Well, Jeff, Sally, our producer, made a good point. There is someone who loves that color. You know who? Phoebe at Tampa International Airport. The flamingo.
The flamingo. You know, it's growing on me, though, Jeff. The more I look at it, I'm kind of okay with it now, because I know it's going to go away.
It's coming down.
It's going to go away.
I'll tell your wife there's a new color coming to the house, Keith.
Yeah, let's get her on the phone and see how she feels.
I like it for St. Pete in that moment. All right, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Joining a sports team in the Pinellas County School District will soon cost families more. Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. School leaders say a new fee is necessary to expand opportunities for all student athletes. News Channel 8's Eden Hodges joins us live from outside the school board with more details. And Eden, for a long time, parents didn't have to pay these fees. Why now?
Yeah, that's right. But school leaders say that these fees will help them offset the costs for paying for coaches, equipment, and transportation. Pinellas County schools will start charging families to put their students in sports programs.
We heard loudly that our families want us to offer more opportunities for our kids, more student experiences.
Athletic Director Mark Allison tells me using fees, they plan to add high school boys volleyball, middle school boys and girls soccer, high school competition cheer, and they'll open up volleyball to 6th, 7th, and 9th grade girls. He tells me they're hoping to be competitive with the local private schools.
We have a great opportunity to influence additional students, and we know that high level of engagement, people that are invested in their schools, do better academically, and they stay.
They've set the rate at $50 per sport to upgrade existing programs and add additional sports that may interest students who otherwise wouldn't get involved.
On one case, your school is able to update their equipment, buy new things for the students, update jerseys, just how, keep it safe and up to date. As far as the cons, it can be harder for parents who have multiple children in sports or have other obligations.
The maximum that a family would have to pay, even with multiple children, is $200 per school year. Allison says he researched surrounding school districts' fees to set their price. Pasco County charges $80 for one sport with a max of $200 a family, and Hernando charges $50 for one sport with a max of $90 to $110. But Allison says if a family didn't have the money, they wouldn't be turned away.
We don't have all the details, but I imagine it would be very similar to the insurance, where if they're on free and reduced lunch and they qualify, then that would be an opportunity.
And this decision does not require an official vote from the school board to go in place, so families can't expect that fee in the coming school year. In Largo, I'm Eden Hodges, 8 on your side.
The city of Sarasota is making progress on a major project along US 41 to replace aging water pipes. But as the work continues, businesses are feeling the impacts of that ongoing construction. Sarasota County Bureau reporter Allison Henning joining us live along North Tamiami Trail to explain.
Well, Keith, work along this roadway started about 5 months ago. And between then and now, business owners we spoke with say they've seen a devastating drop in revenue. Along North Tamiami Trail in this donut and bagel cafe, Andrea Ronchini has been working to build his American dream. He opened the doors at Ronc about 3.5 years ago. Since then, he's expanded to a second location and says his business was doing well, seeing 40% year-over-year growth. But last September, when construction crews started taking over US 41, to start a $30 million multi-phase utility improvement project, Ronchini says things changed.
The 41 is very, very busy early morning going to downtown. So everybody is avoiding the 41. They are taking other way to go to work. So there is no more traffic. My regular customer, they just disappear.
Ronc has since lost about 60% of its business and is struggling to stay afloat. And because the small business owner moved here from Italy on an E2 investor visa, he says more is at stake than just his storefront.
If I lose the business, I lose the investment, and I lose my immigration status, I have to leave. I can't stay. And so, my son is go to school. It's very, very difficult.
Ronchini has expressed his concerns to city leaders. They've since installed signs indicating businesses along the trail remain open. But he says many drivers are avoiding the area altogether.
He's right. If his business is impacted significantly, I'm one of those people who change my route to work every morning.
With construction along US 41 expected to continue for the next few years, Ronchini is counting on the community to help bridge the gap.
Any support is appreciated.
And the city tells us it understands the situation and right now is encouraging people to continue visiting these businesses along US 41 as the construction out here continues. As of right now, the project is expected to wrap up in early 2028. Reporting live in Sarasota, Allison Henning, 8 on your side.